One day, while I was walking to work in Egypt, I was about to pass by a delivery guy who was leaving a restaurant on my street. I noticed him scanning my body up and down, and as I passed him, he murmured in my ear, "Ay al-halawa di." What is this? Sugar in Arabic. At this point, I had been living in Egypt on and off for a total of 2 years, and I had been talking to women for weeks about their stories of sexual harassment for a documentary I'm currently making. Because they told me about how they often feel powerless, something in me snapped, and I needed to respond. I whipped my head around. "What did you say?" He stood there, surprised. I didn't say anything. I was singing to myself. Because I was so fed up of hearing stories like this, I stormed inside the restaurant to get the manager. I told him, "One of your employees thinks it's okay to harass women." So he asked me to point out who it was. When we got back to the guy, he still insisted on saying that he was singing to himself. At this point, I was so agitated that my already broken Arabic started to fail me. I began referring to him as a female, and I could only remember the present tense. I started walking away while repeating, "She is not singing! She is not singing!" This made both of them laugh and made me even angrier, so I returned again. The manager said, "It's okay, miss, it's okay. I'll punch him," in English to accommodate my rapidly declining Arabic and credibility. I felt that I had already made my point by confronting him, so I just left the restaurant. This story is trivial compared to other verbal and physical harassment that Egyptian women have faced. And though my reaction was not so effective, today I'll be discussing a new method that is. A method that not only has the ability to change perspectives, but that is changing policies around the world. That method is viral videos. Throughout this past decade, sexual harassment has become an increasingly worrying problem in Egypt, potentially due to growing economic and social turmoil. However, the issue never really made international news. That is, until one video shocked the nation. In June of 2014, a 42-year-old woman and her daughter went to downtown Cairo to celebrate the inauguration of the new president, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. By nightfall, the festivities shifted dramatically as some men began attacking the women there, including the 42-year-old woman. She was surrounded by a circle of men. They stripped off her clothing and scalded her with hot water. Then they molested her. Her horrific ordeal was the only one captured on video that night. The clip is still available on YouTube, but it's too graphic for me to show today. There are many theories on why this happened. Some say it was to defame the current political leader, while others attribute it to an extreme occurrence of the typical harassment towards women. Either way, this video spread like wildfire. News channels internationally covered the incident, and for the first time, a president of Egypt finally felt the pressure to respond. President Sisi issued a statement 2 days later saying that the woman was not to blame, which was a huge breakthrough, and that a new anti-sexual harassment law would now be put in place, which decrees that those found guilty of harassment must pay a substantial fine, as well as pay time in prison. 5 of the harassers from the Tahrir assault were sentenced to lifetime in prison, and 2 others received 20 years. Also, a new anti-sexual harassment police department was created to make sure nothing like this would happen again in crowded events. President Sisi urged people to take down this video, yet his attempts failed. Here was a powerful figure that wanted this content erased from the internet, yet its contents were too disturbing to be silenced. People all over the world continued to share it. There's 3 qualities in this video that I'd like to focus on, which made it go viral. Subject matter, style, and dissemination. The subject matter usually addresses a cause, larger than just that one recorded incident. This video related to men and women and their stories of sexual harassment from around the world. The style is how the video is being portrayed. It is often simple, easy to understand, yet unexpected. Lastly, dissemination. These videos are heavily circulated either through social media or by an influential person. The graphic nature of this video provoked worldwide attention on social media and international news channels. When I personally first saw this video, I was absolutely mortified because I had studied abroad in Egypt for a year, and I had made very close ties there and fell in love with the country. For that reason, I went back almost a year ago to start working on a documentary called The People's Girls with my friend and photographer, Tina Van Loon. Because street harassment is just as big of an issue, we wanted to capture the feeling of being stared at and catcalled in the street. For that reason, we made a video where I was walking across a bridge in downtown Cairo while pretending to talk on the phone and secretly recording. We made a montage of the results and added a song called Flirting Yes, Harassment No in Arabic. Here is a snippet of the video we made. Today we will be filming what it's like to walk down the busiest bridge in Cairo as a girl. Enjoy. So we uploaded this video to Vimeo, a video sharing platform, then to Facebook, just for fun, to share with our friends. The next morning, we discovered that it was being shared more and more. Then, Egyptian Streets, a major news source, asked us for an interview about the video. When their article came out, this video received over 1.4 million views in only 2 weeks. We were shocked that this 1-minute video not only received so much attention, but that it provided tangible support as well. With all this momentum, we decided to start a Kickstarter campaign to raise money for our full documentary. Within 1 month, we received $27,000 to complete our project. The Huffington Post and many other international news sources asked us for interviews. And after that, we found an article from China, with a not-so-flattering screenshot of my face. Now that's the face of a woman who's had enough right there. So with this, the same 3 qualities apply to this video as well. Subject matter, style, and dissemination. The subject matter addressed a bigger issue of sexual harassment. Because I walked with the camera next to my face, people could feel the stares as well. And the video also showed just how unnerving it is to walk alone as a woman in the streets. Its approach was simple, and the music made it more enjoyable to watch, yet what happened was unexpected. And the stares were startling enough to inspire other women to do the same. Holla Back, an American anti-harassment organization, created their own video of a woman walking for 10 hours in New York City. You've probably heard about it, where she was being repeatedly verbally harassed for 10 hours. This video received maybe more than 40 million views, and then more women started making their own videos in different countries as well. Sexual harassment became a main topic of news channels and everyday conversations. They also put pressure on legal systems to respond. In Kansas City and many other cities across the United States, ordinances are now being put in place to penalize street harassment. Some videos aren't so straightforward in exposing the issue, yet they become a sensation nonetheless. Here's some videos that might bring back some memories.
America!
Okay, Tara.
I am ready for the ice now.
So when I saw these videos, the first thing I thought was, I really hope that I don't get nominated. I wasn't, but these videos still intrigued me to find out more about what ALS was. Pete Frates, a victim of ALS, a life-threatening disease, was the creator of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. He asked his friends and professional athletes to participate, and when they made their own videos, it exploded. Celebrities, politicians, and participants worldwide started creating their own videos to promote awareness of this disease. The ALS Association raised over $114 million because of these videos, compared to only $2.8 million the year before. While the ALS Challenge successfully encouraged people to donate to a certain cause, this next video successfully discouraged people from donating to a certain cause. Most of the episodes of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver are put up on YouTube. In one of the episodes, he covers the Miss America Foundation, which claims to be the biggest provider of scholarships for women, giving over $45 million each year. John Oliver showed that they actually gave out $45,000 this past year, and though they still are the biggest provider of scholarships for women, they choose their participants based off of very important factors, like longest eyelashes.
It's easy to think that this is just a beauty pageant, but this is a scholarship pageant, Miss America is.
Right. Yeah, right. You need to see them in bathing suits because, as we all know, the intelligence portion of the brain is located somewhere on the upper thigh.
So, he suggested viewers, donate to 3 other women's organizations, one of them being the Society of Women Engineers. This organization received over $25,000 within 2 days following the segment, just because he mentioned their name. The subject matter dealt with bigger issue of sexism and how women are judged in society. Because John Oliver showed it in a very clear and funny way, it became very popular, and the videos were put up on YouTube, so they reached a much wider audience. This episode gained over 8 million views. John Oliver's episodes are rehearsed multiple times. The clip you're about to see was taken by a bystander on impulse in the streets of New York.
Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
This video shows the death of Eric Gardner, and the officer who killed him was taken to court because in New York it is illegal for police officers to use chokeholds. However, despite there being a video, the jury felt that there was not enough evidence to charge him. This decision came out only a week after a video from Cleveland showed the death of Tamir Rice, who was 12 years old. A police officer shot him seconds upon arriving at a park where Tamir was playing with a toy gun. As I was preparing for my TED Talk only a week ago, a man named Walter Scott was killed by a police officer who claimed that he was trying to take away his taser. Then a video came out by a bystander as well that showed him being shot in the back 5 times while running away from a police officer, and then the police officer planting the taser next to his body. These videos sparked protests all across the US, and celebrities expressed their anger through social media. The LA Lakers and other NBA players wore t-shirts quoting Garner's last words, "I can't breathe," during their basketball games. The amount of publicity forced an official response. President Obama requested funds for body cameras for police officers to wear while on duty. Ramsey Orta, the man who recorded Eric Gardner, served as an example of what effect a bystander can have when witnessing injustice. Because he was watching, the whole world was able to watch as well. Not every individual video makes political or social change. However, they can start to add up, eventually reaching a tipping point. All these videos went viral because of their subject matter, style, and dissemination. So, what can you take away from this talk? You're familiar with the ways to become an active citizen: petitions, calling your local representatives, holding protests. However, as you've seen today, there's another avenue, an avenue that no one really anticipated: viral videos. So when you watch a video that resonates with you, you play a role just by sharing it. Thank you.